Hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you another video, and today we will be ranking the episode tie-ins from worst to best. Now, we only got 3 episode tie-ins here, but I kind of wanted to cover them, I kind of wanted to rank them. I'm going to say, though, straight off the bat, all 3 of these ain't great. Like, I don't think either of them are particularly amazing. And, you know, having 3 kind of really weak episode tie-ins, now, they're not terrible, but, like, they're nothing special, I don't think. I think we've had far better episode tie-ins before, like the JG one I thought was pretty solid. Just, this one doesn't really wow me too much. I wasn't, none of them really wow me this much. Like, this year, as in 2018, or last year even, last year's episode tie-ins just weren't that great, in my opinion. I think you guys voted the Treehouse of Horror one the best overall, so, yeah, but I'm just going to rank them from worst to best. So, let's get into it. So, number 3, the worst one in my opinion, is actually Treehouse of Horror. Treehouse of Horror 29, which you guys voted the best. Yeah, I just wasn't that happy with this one. I think they had far better content. Now, how I'm going to judge episode tie-ins is, one, now I'm not expecting, like, loads of stuff. I'm really only expecting one character, maybe 1 or 2 buildings, and a decoration. That would be solid. If they could give us 2 characters, like the JG one gave us, although one was an NPC, I really like the JG one. Like, that one I thought was really good. This, however, I just don't think it was this great. It was that great. So, of course, we got, in the Treehouse of Horror one, we got Xylem, and we also got the little vegetation patch, which had, of course, the horror, had our characters on it. Yeah, some of our characters on it. It's called the Pod Patch. Yeah, and Xylem was 90 donuts and the Pod Patch was free. And the storyline I just didn't think was that great. Now, like I said, so I'll judge it in terms of what the characters like, what the buildings are like, and then I'll also judge it on if they utilize the episode well. I don't think they utilized this episode very well. Even if they decided to go with this story, which I don't think is a terrible story to go with. It's not the worst Treehouse of Horror story they could go with. I still think they had far better options. I think even in this thing, they could have given us the converted Springfield, which was in the episode. If you want to see all this stuff, go to my What They Should Have Added video. I've done one on all 3 of these episodes. Yeah, I think they could have given us that, but in terms of the other skits are way better. Like, they could have given us a really, really cool costume for Millhouse. There was, stuff they could have given us some other characters. They could have given us, there was so many, like, even the other skits were better, I think. And I just think with Xylem, they could have given us Steve Mobs, and then given us the Xylem skin, or something like that. That could have been cool, because there is the whole skit with Steve Mobs where he pulls off the mask and it turns out that he's not really Steve Mobs. They could have given us that. I think would have been cool. There's just so much stuff they could have given us, which I really feel like they just didn't utilize this episode tie-in at all, really. And I think it's a real shame, because I think there was some really good stuff in there in the episode that they could have given us instead. So yeah, I'm going to put this one as the worst. Next up, so second place, or second worst, whatever you want to call it. I'm leaning towards second worst, because I don't really like any of them. But this one goes to Homer is Where the Art Isn't. So this gave us Manichek, and I don't think he's a terrible character. I actually think he's probably the best out of the 3. So we have obviously Xylem, Manichek, and Brandon. I think Manichek's probably the best. So it gave us the best character, but why do I want to put this as the worst? The reason I'm putting this as the worst is I really think they did not utilize this story very well at all. And I think this was probably the best episode out of all 3 that they could have done something really cool with, but they really didn't. And they just kind of threw it in with the Homer's versus the 18th Amendment, and I feel like it was just a waste. Like, it was just, they did it for the sake of doing an episode tie-in, and they didn't really put much care into it. So we got the brick townhomes, which I actually really quite like. I think they're a cool building. They're only 10 donuts, and you can buy multiple of them, and you can kind of build. I built like a little design with them, and I think those are pretty cool. And we also got the Gavelby's auction house, which I think was pretty cool too. So 2 okay buildings, but the main reason I put this as, I'm not putting this as the best, and this was close, like I was considering putting this the best, but my biggest issue with this is they really did not utilize the episode. So the episode is, of course, somebody stole this painting, and there's a few suspects, and Manichek is, of course, this like sort of private investigator or this art guy, and he's trying to figure out who did it. That's what the episode is, right? And there's loads of characters. There is so many more characters they could have given us, but one in particular is the woman who ends up actually stealing the paintings. Again, if you want to see, forget her name, but if you want to see everything, go to that things they should have added. Just type things they should have added, and you'll probably find it. Or just type Homer is where the art isn't, and you'll probably find it in my channel. I did a video on this, but the woman who actually did it would have been a perfect character to give us after the episode aired. Give us Manichek just before the episode aired, and give us the auction house and kind of have and the brick homes. Give us them, and then it's like kind of a mystery. And then after the episode airs, the mystery continues, and then we find out who did it. So the Tap Top players get to get a little exclusive sneak peek at what the episode's going to be, and then after the episode's aired, we get to see who did it, which is that woman, and she could come with her house, which is pretty cool. That would have made this episode tie-in so cool, and it would have been an awesome episode tie-in. I would have been so happy with that. But they really just did not utilize that at all. I think it's possible they were afraid that people would be able to look and find out who it was in the files or something. That's a possibility to why they didn't do it, but that's easy enough to fix. Just don't release the update. Just have another update to release that stuff in. I'm sure people wouldn't mind, even if it was an app update. Just to have that cool episode tie-in, it would have just been awesome to have. But they just did not utilize this episode at all. They didn't play on the mystery enough, I don't think. And I just feel like this one was just a massive waste. It was a real waste of an episode tie-in. And a really cool episode. And I think they could have made something so much more cool with this. And that's the reason I'm putting this as the second worst, and it's not reaching the best. Because I can understand why people would say this is the best. I think there's a valid argument. But if you watch the episode, you will know that that they really did not use this episode very well. But anyway, let's get to the best one, or at least the moderately the best one. But I still don't think it's that great. But we'll have that drum roll anyway, please. Of course, goes to Ha Ha Land. So yeah. So, Ha Ha Land, what do I think of this? So, I don't think that this one was great either. I'm a little... Again, it's another annoying one. So, of course, what they did with this one is they released it before the episode. They gave us the life-size Visible Man for free, which is like a little thingy-majingy. What do I call it? You guys know what it was. It was just like this little exhibit, this little like science project thing, and that was for free. And then later on, after the episode aired, we got Brandon, Blender Beck, who is a character who's voiced by Ed Sheeran, and then we also got the STEM Conference Hotel. So one building, one decoration, and one character. So you could argue that Homer is Where They Are is better because it gave us an extra building, one that you could buy multiple of actually. But the reason I'm putting this as better as Homer is Where They Are isn't because I at least think this one utilized the episode well enough. Like I don't think they really could have added too much more. There was a few more characters, a few more stuff in there that they could have given us definitely, but and definitely decorations with the different science project things. I do think this is another generic love story for Lisa. It's another one of those kind of generic boys that Lisa falls in love with kind of thing. And I think that's another reason why I don't think it was great, is the episode itself wasn't great. But I think this one utilised the episode quite well, so I give it, that's why I kind of put it up there. Brendan Blenderbeck, I think he's probably the second best character. I think Manichek is a little bit better than Brendan, just because I think he has a bit more charisma, and he has kind of, he's a bit more kind of memorable. I think Brendan, he's an okay character, I guess. It's a celebrity character, so what are you gonna do? But I think he was okay. The STEM Conference Hotel, I quite like that building actually. I think it's probably, I'd say I prefer it to the auction house and the tower homes actually. Probably only a little bit though. It's a pretty nice building. And then the life-size Visible Man design, I kind of don't really like that decoration, because I don't like decorations like that because they're just really hard to fit in the town. But overall, it was an okay update, and I think the quest line was pretty cool too. But I I said overall it's a great update. I really shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry, I'm just waffling. No, it's not a good update. It was a pretty bland update, really. But then I think all three of them were very bland. I think Xylem's the worst character by far. I know he looks cool and everything, but if you really like look at him critically, it's just a Groot. It's like a Groot lookalike. That's all they did. They just gave us a Groot lookalike. And that kind of was like, you're just ripping off Marvel. Just stop it, Simpsons. So yeah. But that's it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Tell me your thoughts. There's only 3 of them, so you can rank them. I still managed to make this video 10 minutes though, so there you go. But yeah, that's it overall. I think, yeah, I think that's fair. Those 3 kind of, I think that's the order they deserve to be in. So anyway, thanks for watching. Tell me your thoughts, and yeah, I'll see you next one. Goodbye.